Today I'm talking about the things I hate in FC25 career mode. While there's some good elements in FC25 career mode, there's also things that I just don't like, and today I'm going to be putting them in this video. But this is one of my favorite videos to make each year because it's sort of like therapy for me. I get to rant about the things I don't like in this game, and it makes me feel better after. If you do enjoy the video, please leave a like for me. Make sure you subscribe for more FC25 content. Make sure you leave your comments on the things you hate in career mode for future episodes. One thing I don't like in FC25 career mode is the fact that there's no proper stadium creator still in the game. At the moment you do have a bit of stadium customization, but it's not much. The only way to upgrade your stadium is by starting small like Town Park, and then each season you upgrade it a little bit, and then you go all the way to something big. The thing is though, you're not keeping your current stadium and upgrading it, you're sort of just switching to different stadiums which are still generic, and technically they're based in different locations as well, which doesn't even make sense when you think about it. But when it comes to the stands, I would like a feature where we can actually upgrade the stands. The only customization at the moment is just changing colors, and it's been like that for a few years now. Other games do have the ability to upgrade the stadium, upgrade the stands, add extra elements into the ground as well. This is a good foundation, but it still needs a lot more features. In terms of the grass, you can do a bit with the grass. It's not really a problem there. The nets are the same thing. There's a bit of customization there in terms of the colors and all that. Atmosphere is pretty good as well. My only real complaint is the stands. I would love to keep the same stadium, but build on it, add extra stands, increase the capacity, and renovate the stadium over and over again as you progress through the save. Alright, so we're back on New Star Manager, I believe, and we've got a stadium here, and as you can see, we've got the stand thing that you can upgrade. It costs, I think, coins to upgrade them. Obviously, this is where we need to head to, you know, because it would be nice to have something that's so grassroots when you start, but then you're working your way up to a mad stadium at the end of it. I think that would be good in terms of like longevity for the game mode and stuff. Even the grass, you can start off with this really bad pitch and then upgrade to something magical. So hopefully we can get there one day, but 3 games are already doing this thing. Even better would be the ability to create a stadium from scratch. So you start with a generic field and you can add elements around the ground and just build your own stadium. A lot of games do offer that. Another thing I hate in career mode is the fact that you do not get prize money for preseason if you do not win the preseason tournament. Each preseason tournament advertises prize money, and for some it could be 5 million if you win the competition, but you don't actually get this money, or you don't even get a little bit of that money if you don't win the tournament. They used to give out prize money even if you didn't win the preseason tournament, but then they changed it for some reason when they changed it to a league format. As you can see in this example, we came second in the preseason tournament. I checked my inbox and it looks like we don't even get a couple pounds, you know, just for even coming second. It sort of kills any incentive to try preseason out, to play preseason tournaments. If you knew you could make money out of it, then you would always pick a preseason tournament to play, because sometimes you need that couple extra million in the transfer budget. This was FIFA 22 career mode. As you can see, we came last in the preseason tournament. We didn't even make it out of the groups. Once I went into my inbox, you could see we got an email with additional transfer budget of 1.1 million. Even for coming last, that's still decent money to add to the transfer budget. Even if you didn't want to play preseason, you could just select one and then simulate the games, and you would still pick up a bit of money, which is what I did most of the time anyway. I guess another thing we can add to the list this year is the new menus for career mode. It's not something I completely hate, because I know my way around the menus. I've played enough of the game now to know where everything is, but I think it's just change for the sake of change, and if I had to choose, I'd probably still go back to those older menus. For me, the background is dull, uninspiring. I do like when they have the stadium backgrounds like FIFA 16. The home menu is pretty basic now with the task list, and you don't even see everything in the task list. Sometimes you have to click the expand button to see everything. Another thing is that there's no save shortcut button, which used to be in older career mode menus. If you want to save your game manually, you have to go all the way to the customize, go all the way to the save tile, and then save your game from there. Sometimes it's a little laggy going through the tabs. You know, it's not very responsive. And there you go, look at that. And another thing, to me, it just looks like a mobile game now. Look at this. You could easily put this on an iPhone and just tap the different tiles. I don't know, let me know what you think, but I just see how laggy it is. Look at this. It's so laggy and unresponsive at times. At least if you're going to change it, make it better than what it was before, you know? It just feels like when you compare it to the older menus, this menu has more extra button presses that you need to do the same things. On the right is basically social media photos, and even those are pretty basic. It's just photos with some comments underneath. I feel like the central tab is so big with the massive task list and the massive social media posts on the right. They could have fit so much more information in this central tab if they just shrunk a few things. And there should be a button where you can clear rows in the task list as well. Another thing I need to add to the list of things I hate is the jobs section in career mode. There's 2 things I hate about this thing. The first thing is that you can't apply to clubs directly. Like, I would love to reach out to different clubs instead of waiting for a job opening to come up. Let's say you want to coach Sydney FC. You're never going to get a job opening for Sydney FC if you're coaching already a club in the Premier League. That's why having a feature where you can reach out to different clubs would be useful, because at the moment you only get 3 or 4 different offers that you might not even want to take. And my second issue with this is that when you apply for a job, you have to leave the current club at the present time in the save. Let's say we're coaching in the Premier League, it's in the middle of December at the moment, and you've still got a couple months left. Maybe you're challenging for the Premier League, you want to win that, but then your dream job to coach Real Madrid comes up in the job opening section. Do you take it or do you let it pass by? I would love an option to defer joining the club until the end of the season, so at least you can finish off your current season with your current club, especially if it's an important season. If I was to accept this, in the middle of December, I'd just move straight over to Real Madrid if they accepted my proposal, and that's it. I give up everything I'm doing with my current club at the moment, which is a little bit of a shame because I don't think it would be that hard to just delay you joining the new club at the end of the season. I think it's time to upgrade the job offers section. Another thing I hate is the way that career mode ends for both manager and player career. On the channel recently, I did both videos. I checked how manager ends and I checked how player career ends, and it's not very good. So this is how manager career ends. Basically, you get an email regarding your retirement from the board. It says that they wish to congratulate you not only on your work with the club, but also on the development of your career as a whole. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. You will always be a welcome guest at the club. After that, you would check your manager history, and then once you advance that, the game just boots you out and says thanks for playing. There's no special cutscenes, there's no special, retirement post-game interview or press conference before the game. The game doesn't really care that you're retiring. Player career mode also ends very similarly. You would press end season, and then you would get an email from the board that says, we understand you're planning to retire at the end of this season. We wanted to place on record our thanks for all that you've achieved during your time at the club. We plan to arrange a gala dinner for the whole squad after the last game of the current campaign. We'll hope to celebrate all the great games you've played for us and recognize the pleasure your performances have given to everyone connected with the club. So they tell you that there's some sort of gala dinner, but you don't actually see the cutscene. Imagine if we could watch the retirement gala dinner. You can check your history for your player career mode, and once you press advance, the game also boots you out of the save. Imagine playing 15 seasons of player career or even manager career and you get nothing in the end besides getting booted out of the menus. Another thing that I hate in FC 25 career mode is the trophy celebrations. The trophy celebrations haven't really been updated in a long time. It doesn't matter which competition you win, you get pretty much the same trophy celebration. You could win the Champions League, and when you watch the trophy celebration, it feels like you just won a pre-season tournament. EA needs to definitely update the trophy celebrations for FC 26. Give us some variety, give us different cutscenes, special features for each, put medals into the cutscene, let us see the managers celebrating with the players as well in the cutscene, and make the reserves celebrate with the actual starting 11 as well. I guess I'm just sick of seeing the same thing every year. I win too many trophies in career mode. Thank you to the Vapex FC members for your support. If you want your name featured here, just sign up using the link in the description. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like for me. Make sure you subscribe for more episodes and hit the thumbnail in the middle to watch another FC 25 video.